This week in 3D Archery, got another box in the mail. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Alright, it is December 19th here in the great state of Louisiana. It is freezing out. It's 48 degrees. Yeah, so I didn't buy no cold weather gear, so if you have something, send it to me. Nah, just joking. Don't send me anything. It's overcast. This is like the coldest it's been. Enough of that. Alright. Inside this box is a Ben Pearson Cobra. And it's a fantastic story, and I really didn't want to buy the bow. But two things came up. One, I needed content. Two, I was fascinated by the story when I started to find out more about it. Alright, so up next, let's open it up. And if it's damaged, this is going to be a really short video. Alright everybody, got this on eBay. I didn't pay much for it. Shipping was more than anything else. Sort of got ripped on shipping though. That's alright. Oh, well, that was pretty easy. Well, whoever the guy that sent this did a good job. Man, this is a small bow. This is a tiny little thing. Make sure there's nothing in this. Oh. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Looking at it, definitely doesn't look like a Ben Pearson, but it does. Doesn't make sense, I know. Those got to come off. This thing is short, man. It's a 56-inch bow, 57 pounds at 28 inches. Wow. All right. Interesting bow. Very interesting. All right. I'm going to try to set her up and get her going. But between then, let's check out the history of this bow. The original Cobra came out in 1958, and it was the model 950 from 1957. It was discontinued in 1959. After that, I can't find it in the catalogs. So, this bow's obviously from the 60s, so what happens? Well, that's an interesting story. Now, it took some digging, and a little help from some friends on the forums, but this is what we know. Back in the 60s, you know that Ben Pearson not only manufactured bows for themselves, but for other companies, right? And one of those companies was Colt. Yes, that Colt, the firearms company. They sold bows. And besides Ben Pearson, they used others, I think like Bob Lee and Wing. I'm not too sure on that, but I know that what it is, from what I gathered, they awarded out contracts for making their bows for like every 3 years. And Pearson won it one time. He won it in 1963. He made his bows for Colt 64, 65, and 66. And this is how it pretty much worked. They told him what they wanted. Pearson would make it, ship it off to them. They'd inspect them, and any that they did not like, that didn't pass their quality control, they shipped back to Pearson. Now, why these bows were rejected is not known. But what Pearson did, being a man not to waste anything, he relabeled them and resold them. Now, how they're sold is unknown because they're never in the catalog, so I don't know how they got them to people. Maybe they had like special vendors or things like that. I don't know. But here is where it starts to get a little crazy, right? Multiple models of bows were all called Cobras, right? They even labeled one model the King Cobra. Right? It's just incredible how they did this. And talking with a whole bunch of people and trying to figure these things out, you go one way and it turns where you did not expect it. Under the logo, as you see here, there's a number. And I first thought that number corresponded to the model bow. Like in the Apex bow line, that's exactly what they did. But this one here, well, nope. I have other people with a totally different bow with the same number underneath it. So I have no clue the significance of that number under the logo. Alright? But knowing that it was made for Colt from some guys in the forums, I went on to Vintage, Archery Vintage and Traditional. Check it out, great website. Right? It's a great resource. And I went through their catalog section. I also got in contact with several owners of the Cobra bows to see what they knew, get their input. And this is what I finally found. Right? This bow was manufactured for Colt, as we said before, as the Huntsman High Power. Say that 3 times fast, Gregory. Right? It appeared in the catalogs for 3 years. All 3 years that Pearson had the contract. Right? It is a 1964 model. And I'm able to narrow it down to that exact year due to the finish, which is gloss. And you'll find it out when we're talking about it in the catalogs, because the only year it was offered in gloss was 1964. Now, interesting about this bow is it has 2 logos, one on the upper limb and one on the lower limb. And I'm like, why do they got 2 of them? Well, those 2 logos are there to cover up the logos from Colt. Colt would put the model logo on one limb and then the company logo on the other limb. And the final thing that Pearson did was they stamped this nasty S into them, and that means like a second bow on the riser. Alright, so there it is. So let's go and take a look at Colt's catalogs. 1964. The bow's on page 3 of the catalog. The list price is $59.95. Used Google and found out that would be $529 in today's money. The length, 56 inches. It lists draw weights from 40 to 60 pounds. Says that it comes with a 3-year warranty. And it's available in left or right-handed models. The description, which I love marketing because you can see how they're trying to sell it. It's a hunting bow. But you can also see this is before the whole equality stuff for everybody, best way to put it. A husky 56-inch hunting bow with plenty of big game know-how of modern stabilized design with man-sized handle. Easy to handle in the brush and can be shot from any position. Equipped with a carpet-type arrow rest and leather arrow plate to ensure quiet passage of heavy hunting arrows under all field conditions. Beautiful laminated woods in the handle, blending smoothly with the fiberglass, makes this a truly bow hunter's delight. 1965. The bow again appears on page 3 of the catalog. The description has changed slightly, and now it reads, a sturdy 56-inch hunting bow with plenty of big game power. New satin finish deadens reflection while hunting. This stabilized design brush bow can be shot from any position. The felt arrow rests and arrow plate ensure whisper quiet passage of heavy hunting arrows under field conditions. The specs have now become much more detailed. Again, it comes with a 3-year warranty, the length of 56 inches. The draw weight is 40 to 60 pounds. It now lists the brace height as 7 1/4 to 8 1/4. The riser is Bubinga with contrasting laminations. It says the limbs, backing and facing they call it, is forest green fiberglass. The finish is satin, non-glare. The sight window is a center shot design. The arrow rest is felt. And it's left or right-handed models available. And the cost moves up just a little bit to $61.50, which would be $551.41 in today's money. 1966. the bow's still on page 3. The description remains the same. Biggest differences are, this year, a model note is added. The bow is now the B3000. And the only difference in the specs is with the draw weight. The max is now 59 pounds instead of 60. Go figure. No prices listed. And it's the final year in the catalog because it does not appear in the 1967 catalog. No knocking point. Yes, Jeff's not here. Just going to shoot it, see what feels like. Get an idea of what's going on here. Proceed from there. All right, first up, these are 45, 55 pound wood arrows. Okay. Ow! I got him out here by myself. Not as hard to draw as I thought it'd be. I was really expecting a lot more tang. Does shoot really, really high though. Let's try a 600 with a, looks like a 145 ground point head. Still high. Oh, that's right, I am 10 yards. Oh, I can feel a loose head. .600 seemed to fly pretty good. Let's try an Easton Access. All right, initial impressions, 0 hand shock. Yeah, a lot of noise, a lot of thunking going on. Not that hard to pull. I am pleasantly surprised how easy it is to draw. Shooting high at 1, yeah, okay, well, duh. All right, I think I'm gonna set it up for my 600s. Try one more, but I gotta set it up for 3 under. All right, let's see. That could be why. Let's try that. Nope. Still went way high. Not a bad group up high. We're just slinging it. I ain't even trying to aim. All right. That's my first impression. No hand shock. Pretty smooth draw. It's not stacking. Shoots high. Just one in the next county. All right, put my nocks on. I don't measure my nock points. I just eyeball them. Put an arrow on there. That looks good. Then we'll shoot it. Yep, makes a lot of noise though. Boy, 3 under dropped it right down. There's me, pull plucked. Oh, that could be why. Stupid old man. Let's try it. Yeah, okay. Duh. Anchor points. Let's try this. plucking. Man, she makes a noise. Hell of a rack. Alright. Let's chronograph her. Chronograph her? See how fast she puts them out. Alright, time to put up or start looking. It's gonna be tough because, man, this thing has a gap. It has like an old split finger gap, something I'm not used to. Mine are no more than 6 inches at 20 yards. Most are point on. Oh, and it's going to be a lot of snap shooting. One I've been dreading. Long distance. Long distance. About 23 yards. I know it means nothing, but last two, it is the foam. It's not as dense a foam as the Reinhardt's. That's the penetration I got. And one was 18 yards, but other 23. So those animals got good penetration. I'm not shooting gaps, so distances don't matter. So I walked up and I go, well, how many yards? And I go, I don't know. I'm shooting instinctive, so you know, it's at least 18. A little collapse on that one. Let's try it again. It's good height though. That was better. Remember in the last one I showed you how much penetration I had? That's a Reinhardt quality foam, only that much. And that shows you the difference in foam quality. Yeah, you're paying less for a target, and it won't last nearly as long than a quality one. Always, like they say, you always get what you pay for. Oh, I did not plan that one. That was a good shot. I like that one. Oh! Thing it's not where I want it, but man, where the feathers is, it looks like I hit that little heart in there. That wasn't bad. You know, this instinctive stuff's pretty fun. So on that last shot, I was aiming for that little heart. I seen it, I could actually see it. Darn if I didn't hit it. You know, you can argue instinctive archery if it's real or not, yada yada. This is pretty much true instinctive because first time shooting this bow, arrows ain't tuned for it. I don't know the gaps or nothing, right? This isn't where, you know, it's instinctive after you practice for a while. No. I shot a few arrows out of it, about 20, just to see how it flies, and off I went. Now I'm gonna miss because I talked smack. Boom. There you have it, Ben Pearson Cobra out on the course. Starting to get it down. You know, I got the feeling. You can see, starting to hit it. All right, let's wrap it up. Let's give you some hits, misses, and my final thoughts. All right, everybody, time for the hits. What's the first hit? This thing is compact. Look at it. 56 inches, string it up, and it's even smaller. Being compact, it's easy to maneuverable. Doesn't get in the way. The other one, which is a surprise to me, it's light. This is a lightweight bow. It doesn't weigh much. You know, I understand 56 inches, but thought it'd be heavier than this. But the lightness is great because it makes it maneuverable. Again, you know, you can up in the trees or walking through the woods, you can move it around. I think it'd make a great horse bow due to its size and just many of its features. And speaking of that, my favorite feature is this grip. This grip is just comfortable and natural. And being that, helped me shoot pretty well, pretty quick. So speaking of shooting, this thing is smooth. You know, I draw all 28 inches, so that is 57 pounds, which I'm not used to, but I had no problem with it. There was no stack. It didn't fight me. It was a nice constant pull. I was able to hold it, you know. And then when I let go of the string, there's no hand shock. Man, this thing, I mean, I felt nothing. It was a sweet shooter. I was pleasantly surprised. The next one is, you know, it's a good looking bow. It reminds me of the Palomino, 68 Palomino with these lines right here. And, you know, it's pretty cool. I'm not into small bows, but this one is actually pretty neat to me. The other part is, it's a really cool story, right? This isn't a Ben Pearson. It's made for Colt, didn't pass quality standards. So Ben Pearson slept on the Cobra and sold it. You know, it just, to me, it's a cool story. And the last one is, you know, this is fast. For its time, I think this is a very fast bow. You know, I understand bows today are much faster. That's materials, but, you know, shooting those carbon arrows 190 feet per second. All right, I understand its weight, but man, for a little bow like that, that's honking. You know, that's pretty good. So there you have it. Those are my hits. It's compact, it's light, the grip, it's smooth. There's no shock. It's good looking. It's a cool story. And it shoots pretty fast. So what's the misses? Well, there really ain't any. There's two of them. One, it's an oddity. Some people just don't like, you know, it's a second, so they don't like it, and I understand that. And being an oddity means it's rare. You see them, but you don't see that many of them. So, you know, that makes it. But if you buy the Colt version, I bet you they're much more plentiful. Right? But I think if you, probably the Ben Pearson one, probably a little bit cheaper. So if you want to save some money, you might try to look for a Cobra. And the other one, yeah, it's loud. Look, I didn't tune this. I haven't tried to tune it. I'm sure if I tune it, I can get it down. But right now, man, this baby's loud. And I got bad hearing. And it's loud for me. So there you have it. There's the hits and misses. I'll put it all together here and let you guys and girls go home and look online to buy one. All right, everybody, there you have it. The Ben Pearson Cobra, the bow with a bite. Full story on this is pretty funny. I didn't want this bow. Seen it on eBay, but I needed content because there's no 3D archery shoots down here. There's no archery shoots down here in the winter, which is just crazy. And I seen it, seen the 57. I was like, nah, no, I like my shoulders too much. And stumbled on the backstory of it on the leather wall. And this guy's talking about it, and he had pictures, and I go, that's that bow I seen. now I got intrigued. When I get intrigued, I go, all right, you know what? I think this is a cool story, and it's one I wanted to share, and that's why I bought it. I have to admit, I got it for under $100. Shipping was almost like half the price of the darn thing, and I'm glad I bought it. I am. I'm really glad. This is a pretty cool bow. I had a lot of fun shooting it. You know, it's not going to sway me over to heavier weight bows. Don't worry. I'm going to still shoot the weights I like. But this is a cool story, and it's a cool bow. It's lightweight, it's fast, perfect horse bow to me. But, you know, that's my opinion. All right, and there you have it. All right, everybody. Don't forget to check out my website, www.3darchery.net. I have a listing of 3D courses, clubs, ranges, archery competition bodies where you can look up their schedules. I also list archery festivals, and of course I sell these right here. Some of my targets from 3D Archery. I make my own. They're made for trad archers. They are very durable, and I try to keep the costs down. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time with an all-new episode of 3D Archery. Now the hardest part I got is, where am I going to put this bow?